Hi everyone, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're joining me here and it's your first time, my content is mostly fragrance reviews, fashion and lifestyle videos, but I do throw in some vlogs, story times, and bits and bobs. So if you like that kind of content, guys, please do consider subscribing. I would appreciate you joining the family. I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers. Thank you for always supporting me. Do follow me on Instagram. I go by the name CeeChronicles there. I have 20 luxury and niche dupes for you in this video. I'm not going to go into notes. I might just mention a thing or two about a fragrance, but this is for those people that don't like or don't care for the history behind. They just want to know what is a dupe of what, and these are actually physically in my collection, so that's why I did it in this form. So I'm going to be in front of you guys the entire time. Okay, so the first one is by Maison, Alhambra, and this is Amoroso. This is the red one. They've got a blue and a black one, and I've featured both the blue and the black one. I've featured those in the in the Middle Eastern dupe shortcuts. Okay, so this I have in person. Now Amoroso Emberly by Maison Alhambra. To my nose, this has been likened to a lot of fragrances, but to my nose it smells a lot like Tiziana Terenz's Waitena Extrait de Parfum. So if you were wondering what that one smells like, or you just wanted to try it, you could try this one. It's a perfect fragrance on its own anyway. In its own capacity, it's actually a very nice fragrance. Number two is Ultra Citrus. Ultra Citrus from Emir collection, which is part of Paris Corner. I did a full review of this one, so in case you want a full review, you can go ahead and click in my Middle Eastern dupes playlist, and you will find a full review of Ultra Citrus. Ultra Citrus happens to be a dupe of Guerlain's Le Frenchie, and that is their Luxe line. So the ones I'm doing here, the dupes I'm doing here are not of they are not of designer or of celebrity lines. I'm doing the niche as well as the Luxe line or the VIP lines or whatever. So that's what you need to take note of. So Ultra Citrus from Paris Corner happens to be your Guerlain Le Frenchie dupe. Next up is Fragrance World, and this is Cocktail Intense. Cocktail Intense, as you can see just by the bottle here, this is duping Kilian's Angel's Share. I've got a second one here because this one is an alternative, but I have one that I feel is actually better to my nose. But if you were looking for a dupe, or you wanted to know how Kilian Angel's Share kind of smells like, you could pay a little bit of some coins and get your nose on Cocktail Intense from Fragrance World. Number four is going to be from Monster Fragrances, which is also a subsidiary of Paris Corner, and this one's called Cafe Intense. This one's almost telltale. I mean, in the just the bottle and the wording itself, just by saying Cafe Intense, I think a lot of you guys can actually almost guess that this is going to be your Mancera's Intense Cafe dupe. So, and it's a good one at that. This one has a decent lasting power. It's one of my favorites actually. The next one is going to be Taffa. Taffa always features, because guys, they just seem to have a lot of dupes out there. Amir Al Oud, and this one is the intense version. They have three or so that are called Amir Al Oud, but I think from the range, this one must be the first or the second most popular one, just because it is a dupe of Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace. If you like to smell like smoke, if you like to smell like that winter or Christmassy or something like that, it is very vanilla forward, as you can see in the juice, but it is very smoky in nature. So I love how they interpreted the smokiness in Amir Al. I have a subscriber who came to me asking me to do a review of Shalina from Fragrance World. Shalina Royal Essence. This is almost like a no-brainer, guys. This is duping Parfums de Marly's Delina. I am going to bring an individual review of this because good for me, I actually do own Delina, the original. So I am going to do a side-by-side to see how how it pairs, or how the dupe kind of interpreted the original. So Shalina from Fragrance World is your Parfums de Marly Delina dupe. Moving on to the next one. This is number 7, Versace Oud Al Misk. Okay, I have a full review of this fragrance in case you're interested in it. I did one, and this is quite, I think it's going to be maybe 2 videos away from this one, or 2 videos before this one. So this is quite fresh on my channel. I know I've got hundreds of videos, but I'm just linking you up so that it doesn't, you don't waste time looking through all the videos. So Versace Oud Al Misk, to my nose, smells a lot like Diptyque Vetiverio EDT is somewhat similar to this, okay, or this is somewhat similar to it, because obviously this is maybe inspired by that. So if you are one that was curious, or you just want to add a lot of niche niche dupes within your collection, then this video is definitely for you. That was Versace Oud Al Mist. Next one is going to be FA Paris Rose de Privé. FA Paris is another very good dupe house from the Middle East that I actually intend to explore. They have a blue one within this line. The only reason why I haven't pulled a trigger on that is I actually keep forgetting because they have another one that is blue, but the one I'm talking about is Rose de Privé. Now, if you've always wanted to sniff or something that is a smeller like Armani Privé Rose de Arabi, okay, from Armani Privé, then this is going to somewhat give you a representation of what that fragrance is all about. Next one is Vanilla Bouquet, and this is from Fragrance World. Fragrance World is also Middle Eastern, by the way, in case you guys were wondering where that company is. It is from the Middle East. So Vanilla Bouquet, I did a full review of this one again, so you can go ahead in my previous videos. I think it's a video or 2 or 3 from this one, and check it out. This happens to be your Sospiro or Xerjoff, because there was Sospiro, I think, and now there's Xerjoff. Herba Puree dupe. That is what you have there in Fragrance World's Vanilla Bouquet. Next up going to be Delina Exclusive. Again, this one is a telltale sign. The bottle is not the same size. I don't have my Delina here. The bottle is actually a bit big, okay, but it is almost like the shape of the fragrance that they are trying to replicate. Okay, Delina Exclusive is going to be your Parfums de Mali Delina Exclusive dupe. I am also going to do a full review of this one, just to tell you my thoughts, and I think this one's an interesting one, so I will definitely bring a review. So to people that want me to bring these ones, I will bring them. Okay, it's just that there's a lot that always goes on, guys. Remember to subscribe. Like I said, I will try to be reminding you midway, because I always forget to remind you guys midway to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, guys, consider subscribing. I would appreciate you joining the family. Next up is Narcotic Flower. Narcotic Flower, another one that is like twinning with the fragrance that it is duping. This is very nice floral fragrance, very much on the fresh side. It does also give me wafts of Delina as well. So if you have never put your nose on Delina and you kind of stumble upon this one will also give you just a tad bit similarities to Delina. However, it is not a Delina dupe. This one is duping Ex Nihilo Fleur Narcotique, okay, but they've called theirs a Narcotic Flower, and this is a Maison Alhambra. This is a Maison Alhambra fragrance. Ad Al Za'afaran is the next one. This one I always forget to bring it, guys, because I think I did rave about this one for a long time. Ad Al Za'afaran Oud 24 Hours is your Tom Ford Black Orchid dupe, and if you just check on the YouTube or the YouTube community, you will notice that a lot of people did rave about this one, because this is very, very close to the original. So if you do not have maybe the budget for that, you may want to try that. The next one that I have here, guys, is Paris Corner, and this is of the MA line. The MA Paris Corner has a lot of different lines, guys. So this MA line actually seems to be like a luxury line for them or something, or they're duping the more like more daring sense. This is not like your traditional run-in-the-mill kind of fragrances that they're duping in this particular line. So the MA line happens to have this one as well, and this one's called Frenetic Delicieux. So just looking right at the bottle, I'm pretty sure you can tell that this is a dupe of Dior's Fave Delicieux, okay, and it's one of a good one. It's one of the good ones as well. I love it. It's got a very good lasting power. The next one that I have for you here is Lattafa's Confidential Private Gold. This I did rave about it, a couple of years ago. There is a silver one. I didn't buy that one because that one is a Creed Aventus. Okay, so Creed Aventus has been done like a gazillion times, so I never saw the need to buy the silver one, but this is the gold one. So Confidential Private Gold by Lattafa is actually inspired by Tiziana Terenzi's Kirke. So if you like Kirke and maybe you want to just buy a budget alternative that you can splash around the house, or you just want to put your nose on it because you've never smelt it, then that is your alternative there. Now moving on to, this is going to be what, number 15, Lattafa Aura. Lattafa Aura, I did do a review of this one, and I did say I don't know why Lattafa had to do a second one. Lattafa had to do this one in as much as they have have Anna Abiad Rouge, which is the dupe of Maison Francis Cachan Baccarat Rouge 540. This is duping the Extrait de Parfum. So if you love that, I think it's a saffron forward or something like that. If you love that, then you may want to try to buy yourself La Taffa Aura. I love the bottle as well, and it is very, very long lasting. Next one is gonna be this one. I'm not wearing this one so much because this to me works out a lot better in winter. Killer Oud Nights of Arabia is also, the Killer Oud line is from the Paris Corner line as well, or from the Paris Corner house as well. This one is Nights of Arabia. I've spoken about this one a gazillion times. This one is inspired by Byredo Black Saffron. Byredo Black Saffron. So if you've been following from the beginning of the video, I'm pretty sure you'll see that all the fragrances that I'm showing you here are not designer inspired. They're not a celebrity, inspired. They are niche fragrances, niche inspired fragrances, or the Luxe lines or the Privé lines, because obviously Tom Ford, we cannot class Tom Ford as niche because they do other things as well, but Tom Ford is a luxury brand. So that is what I decided to compile and bring to you today. Emir Fire Your Desire from Paris Corner is your Kilian Angel share, and this out of all the angel shares that I went to, all the angel share inspirations that I went hunting over because I wanted the best, this happened to be the best, at least to my nose. Okay, so if you want the perfect representation of that fragrance of Kilian Angel share, then you may want to try Emir Fire Your Desire, which is this one, and it is your Angel share dupe. We left with only 2 after I speak about this one. Anna Abiad I Am White. There's 4 in this range, guys. There's one duping Narciso Poudre, another one duping Baccarat Rouge 540, another one duping Afro Leather by Mimo, but this one is duping Herbe Pure, the same that I did say was being duped by Fragrance World. Herbe Pure, Suspiro Herbe Pure, or now called Zerjoff, is the fragrance that they were going for here, with that La Taffa was going for. So they were duping that. If you like Herbe Pure, if you've never smelled Herbe Pure, you might want to try this one. You won't be disappointed as long as you've got like a sweet nose and you like masculine fragrances but that lean a lot sweet. Okay, so second from the last, I did a full review of this one, and I'm going to do a comparison video as well. La Taffa Sator. La Taffa Sator, to my nose, is is La Taffa's attempt at Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. So if you haven't been able to put your nose on Tom Ford's Bitter Peach, then you may want to try La Taffa Sator. It is a little bit on the masculine side. It's got like a masculine kind of kick to it as opposed to the original. So this is why I said I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison, because this is not like 100% dupe, but it will give you that peach the same way the peach is done in Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. Now, coming to the end or closing up this video is going to be a Pandora Sense Double Black. Okay, this bottle, everything, they copied everything. And if you know Kilian, you will know that they have a lot of bottles like this, although they are, they have different other bottles. But this is kind of like a staple, like a Kilian staple presentation of their bottles. And this is what Pandora Sense was copying here. Double Black from Pandora Sense is a dupe of Kilian's Back to Black. So if you like that fragrance, or if you just want to put your nose on on this just to see how it kind of smells like, that is for you. Now, with dupes, when we talk of dupes, guys, they're not always going to be the exact same thing. They're not always going to be like 100% identical, but they will give you some sort of a representation of what the fragrance is all about. So for people that come and then say, oh, it's not the same or whatever, I will never come to my channel and bring a fragrance that is offside. I always make sure that I test a fragrance, pair it with the original. If it means I get a sample, I go to a fragrance store with my book, put some notes down there, and then give you like a lead as to try this one and try that one, just to save you some coins. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. If you haven't subscribed, guys, I don't know why not. Please do consider subscribing. I would appreciate you being part of the family. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you will be notified anytime I upload a video. Like this video if you like it, comment, and remember, guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.